Yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Ala's World of Finance and welcome to Stock Market Daily. So in today's quick video, we're actually going to be talking about Amazon because they just announced that they are acquiring Whole Foods, and this is pretty big news, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to talk about just a quick overview of the stock market. Then we'll talk about the whole deal with Amazon and Whole Foods, and we'll take a look at how that's affecting stocks. So let's just go ahead and get started. Now, when just giving a quick overview here, and by the way, this information was taken right after the stock market closed. The stock market just closed actually, so we're still in after hours trading right now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the Dow Jones is up 0.11%. S&P 500 is up 0.03%, and then the NASDAQ, which is very tech heavy, and we've been having the whole tech sell-off and all that, they are down again 0.22%. So when looking at the sectors using the GIC standard, some of the big ones that pop out here: consumer staples is down 1.19%, telecom services down 0.32%, energy is actually up 1.21%, so energy had a nice little increase there. And then industrials is up 0.20%, financials is down 0.18%, and the technology sector is down another 0.3%. So technology sector taking another hit. And then real estate down 0.3%, utilities up 0.3%. All right, so let's talk about the whole Amazon deal because that's what everybody's talking about. So when looking at Amazon, they were sitting on $21.5 billion in cash. In 2009, they acquired online shoe retailer Zappos.com for $1.2 billion. And then in 2014, they acquired video game streaming site Twitch.com for $1 billion. And I've mentioned how that was a big deal because Twitch.com actually streams a lot of the esports events. And I've mentioned how esports is a growing market, so that's a big deal as well. Now, when looking at them acquiring Whole Foods, they paid $42 per share. That's a 27% premium over Thursday's closing price, because today we're on Friday today. And that equates to $13.7 billion. Okay, so that's a large amount, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Now, Whole Foods has over 430 locations. They will continue to operate as Whole Foods, and they will keep John Mackey as CEO, and they will keep their headquarters in Austin. Okay, now looking at Whole Foods, they've actually been struggling a little bit lately because they've been having growing competition from larger chains like Walmart, for example, and those chains have been increasing their sales of natural and organic products. In fact, Walmart has been advertising a lot that they have some products from local farmers and things like that. So they've been having a lot of growing competition. And I've actually mentioned in the past that I think Sprouts actually has a much better business, and I think Sprouts was going to surpass Whole Foods eventually. And Sprouts offered much better prices and things like that. So I really liked Sprouts a lot more. But now it looks like everything is just kind of changing. The whole game is changing because now it kind of looks like Sprouts is just going to suffer in all of this, which is kind of sad, but we're going to talk about that. So when looking at the deal, it's expected to go through later this year. It is the most money that Amazon has ever spent to acquire a company, so that's pretty crazy. And then this is the largest merger and acquisition ever for a US grocer. So that's pretty crazy, guys. We talked about the $13.7 billion price. Now, the benefits here is that Amazon will have access to over 430 locations. That's one of the biggest things. And this will allow them to expand their Amazon Fresh and online grocery delivery service. And we've talked about it in the past how they've had deals with Sprouts, but now they basically don't even need Sprouts anymore because now they can just do everything through Whole Foods because they own it now. So what does that mean for Sprouts? Well, it's not good news, I'll tell you that. And we'll take a look at their stock in a second. Now, this may also allow them to expand their drone service. A lot of analysts were saying this, that because they're going to be closer to the consumers now with over 430 locations, this may help them expand their drone service. Okay, so that's another plus side to this. And I've mentioned in the past how I really just feel like Amazon is just kind of taking over all of retail and they're really the future. And we could spend all day arguing about the PE ratio and how expensive Amazon is, but at the end of the day, I really feel like Amazon is the future in a lot of ways. Now, a good argument to that is just that a good argument against investing in Amazon I would say is the price, because it's just so high. It's almost at $1,000. So you may argue, you can probably argue that you can get better returns investing in other stocks. And I mean, that's a fair argument. If you know what you're doing, you probably can get better returns with other stocks. But if you don't really know what you're doing and you're kind of a beginner investor, then Amazon is a great stock, because I feel like it's a little bit more of a safe stock, and they're really the future. So I kind of feel like you can't really go wrong with Amazon, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, I'm not telling you to invest in Amazon. I'm just saying I still think it's a great stock, and I'm still very bullish on it. Now, Aqua Partners, they're a investment firm, and they were talking about this, and they basically said this, quoting them, they said, "This deal should leave no doubt that Amazon is deadly serious about dominating all aspects of retail." And so, yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that. I think Amazon is the future, and I think they're just going to keep taking out companies, left and right, or acquiring them, like they acquired Whole Foods. So it's just kind of crazy what's going on with Amazon. But anyway, so this is very good news for Amazon, good news for Whole Foods, because Whole Foods it looked like they weren't going to do too well, but now getting acquired by Amazon is like probably the best thing that could have happened to them. Now, when looking at how stocks were affected, if we look at Thursday's closing prices going into Friday morning, so we had the announcement and then going into Friday morning's stock prices, let's take a look at how the stocks were affected. So Whole Foods went up 27%. I believe right now they're up almost 30%, so they went up even a little bit more. Amazon was up 3.1%. They might have come down a little bit, maybe like 2 point something. Giants, I've never even heard of them, but I guess there's some sort of grocer. I don't know. This is the report I was reading. Grocer was down 5.4% this morning. And then Walmart, which owns and operates Sam's Club, they were down 6.5% this morning. Costco was down 6.9%, so very significant there. Excuse me. Target was down 8.4%, so very significant for Target as well. And Sprouts was down 12.9%. And I believe yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I think yesterday they were down like another 10%. So they were down quite a bit. Now, right now, I think they bounced back a little bit, because I think last time I checked, I think they were only down like 7% or something. So they might have bounced back. But this morning, they definitely took a hit this morning. And then Kroger was down 14.6% this morning. So it definitely had some big impacts on a lot of different stocks. And it just goes to show that Amazon isn't slowing down, and they're just going to keep taking over everything. So anyway, what do you guys think? Did you guys pick up any Amazon stock on this recent dip that we've been having? Did you guys pick any up? Did you guys, or any of you guys invested in Whole Foods? I'd love to hear you guys' opinions and what you guys think about this whole deal. So make sure you leave a comment. If you guys are new, please subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button. And if you watch the video all the way through, then you are obviously Amazon, because you're dangerous, you're just taking over everything, and I gotta keep my eye on you. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, beautiful day. Take care.